But after watching the film, do you feel any different than you did after the game, or was it kind of how you thought it went?
Yeah, it was about on par. I think even more so. Yeah, just focus on the offensive line protections in terms of me making sure I'm sliding the right way to pick up the blitz.
What strides do you guys think you'll make in terms of the offensive line and yourself this
The
week?
biggest improvement is always between game one and game two. So that's always held true in the past, and I'm sure it'll hold true, this week. So yeah, but like you said, putting emphasis on making sure I have the offensive line, sliding the right way, just little things like that.
Taking some time, did you find any positives from the UC Davis game that you're encouraged by moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, once we started rolling and just seeing even some of the younger guys on the line progress throughout the game. But there's positives all over the place. Darren Carrington had a great game. It was good to see him, because he had been banged up for a little while. But yeah, just looking forward, working on tempo, offensive line, my communication with them, and things will start clicking.
You talked about sorry, you talked you talked about picking up blitzes a little bit better with the new O line. I mean, how challenging is that when you have four freshmen out there and you're also trying to push the tempo as well?
Yeah, there's a challenge to it, but it's just like anything else. You got to get used to it, and I think as the game went on, we did. And you can definitely see the amount of emphasis we're putting on that this week in practice.
Do you think you guys kind of needed a game or maybe more to just really warm up as a team with so much newness?
Well, I don't know if you call it a warm up. It's more of like a introduction course, I guess. For guys that haven't played yet. Even me, I hadn't really played with this team yet and gelled with them. And I mean, if you go watch the first series and then go watch a couple of our last series, you can just see it's a completely different offense just by the one course of a game. And so we're really expecting a lot of growth between week 1 and week 2.
The O-line has even more young guys now with Tyrell kind of going down, Cam Hunt going down. Greatwood says that they have to be veterans because they've already played that first game.
Yeah.
How comfortable are you with them right now? I mean, you guys kind of are all new for the O-line and yourself.
No, I'm extremely comfortable with them, and those are the guys I hang out with. Those are the guys I eat dinner with, and I don't see them as. It's weird, that now that we're thinking about it, because they are younger than me. But I feel, these big guys feel like they're the same age, and I feel completely confident and comfortable in their ability, and they're going to get the job done.
What was the reaction in the quarterback's room when Allie got a scholarship last week?
Oh, it was really cool, but it did it in front of the whole team. It was unexpected. I was surprised. That was really cool. He deserves it. He does.
When you were at Montana State, I think you guys put 77 on Davis or something. Morgan put 53. I don't know if there's much to that, but could you kind of feel a difference between playing for Montana State against Davis?
I could feel a difference in UC Davis's defense. Completely different defense. There's a lot of variables that went into that first game. At Montana State, that's in the middle of the season. Team's a little broken down, et cetera. But no, that was a completely different defense. In terms of personnel and how that defense played. I was really impressed with them, so it was good. I think they're going to have a good season, at least defensively.
You said that from the first game to the second game is the biggest improvement. Where have you seen that maybe in previous years for yourself?
You see that for every team, everywhere. If you go watch the team's game 1 film to game 2 film, it's 2 different teams. And then, the really good teams can keep improving 2, 3 to 4, and so on, but it's never like the change you get from game 1 to game 2. And game 1's a big exposure for so many new players. It's a new team. And it's kind of like, in preseason basketball, a lot of basketball teams go off and go on these tournaments and knock out 5-6 games right off the bat. And it's kind of, to get them going, getting them in a rhythm. That's what football, that's kind of that first game.
How close do you feel that the offense is to kind of reaching where it can be?
Oh, I don't even know that you can really set a limit on it in terms of potential. But, where we need to be, the big thing is just cleaning up kind of penalties and, clean up some of those penalties and stuff, and we'll be right on track where we want to be.
Get a chance to look forward to Virginia and see what they bring to the table?
Yep. Saw some film this morning. They played a really good FCS Richmond team. I was really impressed on that film. But I've only seen a little bit of that Richmond film so far, and then we'll dive in today to some of their games from last season.
You played a 7:30 game before? A late
PM? Yeah. No, I don't think starting that late. Probably. No, yeah. I'm not sure. Maybe. Yeah, in high school. Sure. Friday Night Lights.
Thanks, Dakota.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.